Welcome to massive open online course on cartographic techniques practical on continuation of map reading and map interpretation. Now we are going to discuss about cultural signs and symbols related to cultural features. In previous session we discussed about the cultural signs and symbols related to physical features, and even we discussed about extra marginal information, intra marginal information and inner marginal information. Now let us discuss about the cultural features, how they are represented by conventional signs and symbols, and also as we will have some time in today's session we will discuss about direction as bearing. Okay. Every map, if you look at the top right corner, there will be the direction, northern direction symbol, right. So, how the direction can be used as bearing. Okay. If we represent the direction as a angle, how can we read and measure? We will discuss about that, and also we will discuss about contours and elevation features. In previous session we discussed about the conventional signs and symbols related to elevation, like spot height, relative height we discussed, but how can they be used for quantitative measurement? We will discuss about these things in today's session, right. Yes. Let us begin with first the conventional signs and symbols related to cultural features, that will be mainly about transportation and settlement today. The major cultural signs and symbols related to transportation and settlement we will discuss in this session, right. Okay. You can look at the slide. Okay. Left side the description for the symbol is written, and how the symbol will be present in the map, it is also present. Most of the cultural signs representing the transportation are linear in type, line symbols. Generally the cultural signs and symbols can be grouped into two, physical and cultural. And from spatial perspective, the conventional signs and symbols can also be grouped into three. They are point cultural signs and symbols, line cultural signs and symbols, and polygon cultural signs and symbols. Okay. Here the cultural signs and symbols representing the road transport or water transport or rail transport are in line type. Okay. See, road, these are linear in nature, line type. See, in roads, you know, general knowledge, in India there are 6 major types of road: gold and quadrilateral roads, national highway, state highway, district roads, rural roads, border roads, right. Even based on the metal used, we can say, I mean, whether it's a tar road or cement road or unmetal road, based on that perspective we can categorize the roads in India in two: metal road, unmetal road, right. Like that there are various types of roads, you know. Here if the road is having 4 lanes or more than 4 lanes, I mean in national highway, if you see at the same time 3 vehicles, at least 2 vehicles can go forward, 2 vehicles can come backward. Okay, right. So 2 vehicles can move towards forward direction, 2 vehicles come towards the opposite direction, right. They are actually called as 4 lane. So 4 lane roads will be represented like this. If it is a 2 lane, example district roads, in district roads if you go at the same time, one vehicle can go move forward, another one vehicle come in opposite. So only at the same time in a road 2 vehicles can move. So that kind of road will be represented like that. Less than 2 lane, at a time only one vehicle can move, like a rural road, right. But this kind of roads may be existing in city sides, right, like a street. So those roads will be mentioned with a little less intensity, red brown color roads are present. And road loose or stabilized surface, they will be mentioned with the yellow color, like cement roads. And if dry weather roads, I mean like tar road, it will be represented like this. And rapid transit road, without mentioning the number of lane, rapid transit road will be represented like this. The road under construction will be represented like this. Today I will be reading, you have to observe the symbol and its description, you should keep it in mind, that will help you to complete the assignment which may be given at the end of the session. Next, vehicle track and winter road will be denoted like this. Trail and portage way will be represented like this. Traffic circle will be denoted like this. If there is a highway route number or any road number is mentioned, it will be represented like this. Yes. Next, about railways. Even in railway we have broad gauge, meter gauge, narrow gauge, we have different types of railways. Anyhow, here commonly railways will be represented as we are going to see. So, if it is a multiple track railway, at the same time 3 or 2 trains can go, okay, like national highway 4 lane, 3 lane. So, those kind of railway track will be mentioned like this, single line and 2 vertical lines here and there, right, you are seeing. Next, railway single track in the middle of forest, in the rural area, single track railways will be there, you know. Next, railway sidings, even though in the rural area only single track railway available, but for the crossing of passenger train, another passenger train or any goods train, near to the junction our railway department has a siding infrastructure. So, that kind of siding, railway siding infrastructure will be represented like this. Okay. One train can stand in side, another train can move on. Next, railway rapid transit express railway will be mentioned like this. Railway under construction will be denoted like this. Next, about railway abandoned. Once upon a time it was in usage, but since last year there was no trail, rail is moving on that, train is moving on that track. So, in that case that railway track will be denoted like this. Railway on road, on bus route, we know most of the bus route will be having crossing, level crossing with train route, right, there will be a security, right. So, that kind of railway gates where railway route is merging with road transport, road routes, right, that will be represented like this. Next, railway station or junction will be represented like this. Airfield, airport will be mentioned like this. The whole airfield where the flight used to take off, it will be mentioned like this. This is a helipad, and the airfield will also have a picture like aeroplane, we can easily identify. Airfield runways, if it is paved, clearly compounded, means it will be looking like this. If it is not compounded properly, it will be denoted like this. Next, about some additional transportation features. Other than road and railways, we will have flyover, bridges in between the roads and railway tracks. So, this slide is about those bridges and flyovers, right. So, inside the road, on the road you are traveling, if you find this kind of a symbol, if you have topo sheet and looking this kind of conventional sign, then you can understand that there is a tunnel ahead. If it is a bridge, ordinary bridge, it will be denoted like this. If it is a bridge swing, okay, swing means you can understand here and there it is movable, then it will be denoted like this. Next, footbridge, walkable, okay, now vehicles are not allowed. Causeway, causeway means what? You know, causeway is also kind of bridge built over dry river. In rural area or in the near the river mouth, there will be small tributaries. Most of the time that tributary will be empty, there will be no flow of water, like I can say technically first order river stream, right. Near the river mouth there will be n number of first order river stream, hardly it will have a flow of water, but anyhow that river will also river stream will also have a small bridge, right, that is called causeway. Next, this is ford, cut, embankment, snow shed, and this is gate, barrier gate on the road like a check post, right. Next, about settlement. Actually, before settlement, you know, a country, a settlement may be a small village or city or whole country, it will have a boundaries. So, first few seconds about boundaries. A state boundary, you may be much familiar about this already, district boundary and tahsil boundary. If it is an international boundary, it will be similar to state boundary, the line will be little thick and dot in between the lines will also be thick. About international boundary I am speaking. Anyhow, next about settlement. As you see, settlement generally, you know, the theoretical information about settlement. There are three types of settlement: nucleated settlement, dispersed settlement, and linear settlement. If there is any river or any roadway, along the roadway we can find the settlement, along the river we can find the settlement. They are called as actually linear settlement, linear pattern of settlement, right. Okay. That linear pattern of settlement again may be nucleated or dispersed. Okay. Anyhow, a permanent hut, a single hut, you are having the topo sheet of one forest, here and there hardly some settlement. I mean on an average in 1 square kilometer you can find one house, one hut. So, that hut can be denoted like this, a red color square box, right. A temporary abandoned hut means it will be denoted like this, a hollow red square. Next, nucleated settlement, most of the topo sheet will be having this kind of figure, a red color bordered and light color filled inside. This kind of symbol represent a broad settlement or as one area or one village, means around 500 or 100 or 1000 houses are inbuilt here. So, around 500 to 1000 houses together mentioned like this, a nucleated settlement. Example, village, a city, within a city, the whole city will not be with full of only houses, it will have forest, small lake and road, public offices, many buildings will be there. All the buildings are not used for staying purposes. So, those buildings will not be represented like this. The residential area, the buildings in which people used to stay will be denoted like this, a residential area. Next, about dispersed settlement. Okay, and an average in 1 square kilometer around 10 to 15 houses. There is a gap like 15 meter or 50 meter, 100 meter between two houses, then we can say it is a dispersed settlement. In rural area, most of the farmers are used to stay in their agricultural land itself. They will build a house in their agricultural land itself, in the middle of their agricultural land, and they will stay. Example for dispersed settlement, right. Here one, here one, here one, here one. So, dispersed settlement will be denoted like this. Next, the buildings used for worship, okay, God. We have various religions, right. So, temple, Hindu temple, Chhatri, and here if it is a church, there with the plus mark, Jesus Christ symbol on the above. If it is a mosque, like this, and the tomb, graveyard will be represented like this, right. Next, about the buildings used for public service, like collectorate office, police station. We have n number of buildings used for public service. So, all the buildings used for public service are denoted with a red box, but the first letter, okay, like abbreviation, we have letters to find the exact usage of that building. For example, if it is written as PO, post office, PTO, post and telegraph office, dispensary, it is written in full word, PS, police station, police chowki. So, that is in the word. Next, DB, this is also about government buildings, DAC bungalow, inspection bungalow, circuit house, rest house. So, based on the letters written near the red box, we can find the type of government buildings, right. So far we have discussed about the conventional signs and symbols related to cultural features. Hereafter we will be discussing about direction, cardinal direction. How can we use cardinal direction as bearings? If you look at any map, definitely on the top right corner you will have a direction symbol like northern direction like this, or similar to the picture you are looking, any one picture will be there to mention the northern direction. If you have a map, any cadastral map or any building plan in 3D format, that may alone have a direction in some other direction. I mean, northern direction will be maybe like this, northern direction will be present in eastern way. All the maps prepared by Survey of India will have northern direction towards upper side, right. Building plan or any map not authorized by Survey of India, unofficial map may have northern direction in any actual direction of the map. Anyhow, let us discuss. Usually any map, if this is a map, okay, this side will be north and this side is south and this side is east and this side is west, right. This is a universal way to find the direction in map, and that is applicable here also. So, related to topographic sheet we are discussing in this series, lecture series. So, in a topo sheet you take any 2 points, okay, we will be discussing now. For example, you are having the topo sheet of Erode district. Erode district is one of the district in Tamil Nadu, okay. There is a forest and settlement area, okay. You are in the middle of forest, like Satyamangalam forest is there, okay. Let us mark 1 point as A and 1 point as B, okay. From point A you are standing in point A and observing point B. From A to B, what is the direction? What is the bearing? Okay. If you say like northeast, that is cardinal direction. Suppose instead of saying northeast, you are saying like 45 degree. This is called bearing. So, cardinal direction means 16 directions, 4 primary direction you know, north, south, east, west, and there are other 12 directions, subordinate direction. These are called cardinal directions. If we say the direction in angle like 45 degree, 180 degree, 90 degree, then that is called as bearings, right. Bearing will be much helpful for the people who are traveling in the forest, who are surveying, who wants to survey exactly, because in between north and east we know northeast, in between north and northeast we know northern northeast. How can we mention the place in between north and north and northeast, right. So, in that case we can represent like 15 degree, 20 degree, like that the cardinal direction can be represented in angle. If we represent the cardinal direction in angle, we can call that as a bearing, right. So, when cardinal direction is expressed as an angle, we can say that as a bearing or azimuth or forward bearing, same. So, what is mean by bearing, azimuth or forward bearing? When the cardinal directions are represented in angle, we can say these names like synonyms, right. See, generally northern direction will be denoting 0 degree and east direction 90 degree. I means, where are you going? I am going towards east. Instead, I can also say I am going towards 90 degree, means I am going towards east. So, south 180 degree, west 270 degree. Similarly, northern east 45 degree, southern east 135 degree, southwest 225 degree, northwest 315 degree, right. So, likewise we can mention the angle instead of direction. The angle starts with northern direction exactly and end with northern direction. It goes actually clockwise, you know, clockwise and counterclockwise, right. So, here while using bearing technique, we should count or measure in clockwise, right. Okay. So, northern direction, exactly that northern direction will be denoting 0 degree and 360 degree, and it will be the starting point for any measurement related to bearing. Now, if we want to find the bearing, for example, as I said before few minutes, you are in the middle of forest, you are having the topo sheet of that particular area, right. In the 2-3 kilometer distance, you have one point of observation and you have one point of target. We will discuss with the example after 2-3 minutes. So, if you want to find the direction of target, this is target point and this is your point of observation. You are standing here, this is the point of observation. So, what is your target point? Where is it? In which direction exactly? 45 degree or 60 degree or 180 degree? You are going to measure. So, while measuring, so you need to consider some important thing. All easting point north, this point you want to understand, but these are all schooling concept. I would like to remind you again. What do you mean by easting? Parallel to longitudes. I mean, in a topographic sheets, you know, there will be the grids like this. For the better location of point feature, line feature and polygon feature, there will be the grids, right. Those grids will be full of some vertical line and horizontal line. All the vertical line, this line are called as eastings, you know, and horizontal line, this one parallel to latitude, this one, these are all called northings, okay. These are all general names. Eastings are parallel to longitude, northings are parallel to latitude. So, all the eastings will be, these eastings will be pointing north. Why it is important? Let me say, for example, your point of observation is here, right. While measuring, you need to use the protractor, you know, geometry. Protractor is one of geometrical tools we might have used in our schooling in geometrical classes, mathematics class, right. So, we should keep protractor here and we should start measuring the angle of target where it is going. We will do now, right. Next, north is always 0 degree, we should keep it in mind, not 360 degree. It will also denote 360 degree, but when we measure the angles, we should keep it in mind, northern direction is 0 degree. Next, all the bearing values will be 0 degree and 360 degree. Your answer will be in between 0 degree and 360 degree, like 250 degree or 90 degree, 180 degree, 200 degree, so on. Next, you should use 16 direction rows. 16 direction rows is nothing but this diagram you can get. There are 16 cardinal directions and each direction can be represented using angle values. You can utilize this first, right. If you get any angle in between this other than these 16 cardinal points, then you can use that value. Next, assume the position of observer, important. Okay. From observer point of view, we should think and we should keep the protractor, and we need to keep the protractor towards the northern degree. I mean the protractor, you know, it will be resembling like this. One side it will be having 0 degree, another side it will be having 180 degree, in the middle it will be having 90 degree. Always the protractor should be kept towards the northern direction. The 0 degree of the protractor should be facing northern direction. That is what I want to convey you. Next, determine the direction. After that, you can measure and determine the direction. Now, let us do that. Before that, let me remind you again some steps to be followed to measure the bearing in a better way. First, draw a line passing through both points. Okay. Here you are standing, point of observation, and this is the target point, this is observation point. First, you should draw a line, straight line, first step. Next, draw an arrow pointing towards the place whose direction is asked. Okay. You are going to observe from this point to that point. So, near the target point, you can put arrow mark like this, so that this is the observing point and this is target point. Yes. Next, you can keep the protractor, and the 0 degree of protractor may be facing the northern direction. You can measure the angle and you can find the exact angle shown in protractor and say as a bearing, right. Yes. Now, for example, one real time example, this is a topo sheet showing Coimbatore area, Coimbatore region. So, here is a Coimbatore, for example, this is my point of observation. Okay. Here may be a Papambatti, one region, one village is there. So, this is my target point. I am in Coimbatore. I want to measure the bearing of Papambatti. So, first step I need to draw a straight line with the scale or freehand. Next, I need to put a arrow mark. I am going to measure the bearing or angle or direction. In simple, the Papambatti village is in which direction to Coimbatore? That is the question. So, here I will be keeping the protractor. While keeping the protractor, I need to follow this eastings. See, in this topo sheet in screen, you look, this is one easting is going on, right. This is one easting, this is one easting, this is one easting. These horizontal lines are called northings, right. Okay. So, here while measuring the bearing, I need to keep the protractor facing the northern direction. I mean the 0 degree value of protractor should be facing the northern direction. The baseline of protractor may be kept parallel to the eastings. So, for example, this is 0 degree, you know, here protractor will be 0 degree. So, you can keep like that, but the protractor should be kept here, right. Then from here you can measure the angle 0 degree, 15 degree, and here is a 45 degree. Then where your line is being crossed, that will be the answer. Okay. We should measure clockwise, not counterclockwise. So, for example, I took this topo sheet, it will be little milder to draw the line, that is why I took. For example, you think here is the observation point and here is the target point. How we can do? First we need to draw a line, next we need to draw a arrow mark at the target point, next we should keep a protractor, right. The 0 degree value of protractor should be facing north, right. We can use easting for this purpose. Next we can measure the value of angle using protractor. So, it is around 40, 45, almost 47, right. So, here the bearing value is 47 degree, we can say it is a 47 degree. By rough, if we want to say in cardinal direction, northeastern direction, but northeastern direction is about 45 degree, this is 47 degree. So, if we express the direction in bearing, it will be much exact than the cardinal direction. Next, another one point, let me see show you, look at the screen. So, another one point, let us think, here is the point of observation, here is the target. We need to draw a line first, arrow mark, next keep a protractor and measure the value, right. Then you can find the value here shown in the protractor, which is merging with the line you draw, that will be the answer, right. Next, one more point, if the bearing value maybe approximately comes more than 180 degree, the protractor is having the maximum value of protractor, the semicircular protractor is 180 degree, but there is a circular protractor also, you can use that. Otherwise, you can use this kind of half circle protractor twice you can use. Let me show for that one example. One point of target may be in northern direction, observation point is here, means in this case you need to use half circular protractor twice, or you can use circular protractor. It will have 360 degree, the maximum value of circular protractor will be 360 degree, you can use that. Okay, in that case you can use, suppose if you are having half circle protractor, first you can measure 180 degree completely, here is the point of observation, here is the point of target. Okay. So, you kept the full circle 180 degree came, one more time you can keep the half circular protractor again. Here starting from 0 degree, it is almost 130, 131 like that. So, 180 to 1 plus 131 like that. Okay. You should keep and measure, then totally it will be 11 and 311. So, totally the bearing value is 311 degree, right. If we say same in cardinal direction, by rough we can say northwestern direction, right. Exactly if we want to say 311 degree. Last concept for this session is contours and heights as tool for quantitative measurement. See, in a topographic sheets, in previous session we had discussed contour lines are showing the elevation. Not only the contour lines, there are spot height, relative heights, right, benchmarks, they are all showing the height of a particular place wherever you want to locate in a topographic sheets. from average mean sea level. For example, this is a spot height and this is a contour line, and in contour line you need to keep it in mind. Anyhow, regarding the contour line you will be learning in upcoming lecture series how can you measure the different kind of relative relief, whether the particular region covered by a contour line representing a hill area or plain area or plateau area, you will be learning in upcoming lecture series. Now, you just keep it in mind, there are index contour and contour line. In between two contour we will call as a contour interval. For example, you look here, contour value is 540 here and 560. Contour interval is 20 meter, there is a contour interval, right? Yes. Okay. Next, using this elevation value, anyhow all these are elevation value, elevation from average mean sea level. How can it be used for measurement, quantitative measurement? We can to find a relative relief. Actually, Smith relative relief method is there. Using a topo sheet, in each grid which is the maximum elevation, which is the minimum elevation, we will calculate. We will subtract the minimum elevation value from maximum elevation value and we will write in each grid. That is called relative relief according to Smith. By calculating the relative relief for whole topographic sheet, we will draw an ISO line. Based on that ISO line, we can group all the values into 3 generally according to Smith. Then the less values will be called as a plain. Next, higher value will be called as undulating topography. Third one will be called as rugged topography according to Smith relative relief method. So, like this you can use the elevation value for some calculation purpose, right? Yes. This is about today's class. We learnt cultural signs and symbols related to topographic usage in this session. In previous session we learnt already about physical features. Okay. In upcoming session we will be learning about interpretation, how to interpret topographic sheets prepared by Survey of India. Thank you so much.